Turf Talk 101, man. I couldn't wait for this interview to catch up with this young man, Travon Smith, Turf Talk 101. I had a chance to step on the field at Rancho. I got a lot of family over there. Coach KG, Dub, Sour, definitely Crutchfield always take care of me. But I got a chance to watch this young man, and I was like, okay, he is the real deal because I seen him at 707, and he might not have known at Battle of the Beaches. So
Oh
we're going to
yeah,
call it Mr. 10.46, Mr. Offensive Player of the Year for the Ranch Cucamonga. Yeah, and without no further ado, Mr. Cam Sermons, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. It's definitely appreciate you. I tried to do you right with the background and stuff. I got a couple folks over there at SC, so
Yeah,
a lot of family that went there as well. That is on the Mount Rushmore of USC. Shout out to Kerry Colbert, my brother and cousin. Um,
yeah,
so
I like that.
talk to me about yourself as far as I want to learn a little bit about you as how your off season goes because I'm always interested in hearing how the off season goes as far as going into the season. So let's go back to last year, the off season before going into your season. No, I apologize. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what you represent and all the accolades that you got, and then we'll get into that.
I'm Cam Sermons. I go to Rancho Cucamonga High School. I play receiver and I run 10.46 100-meter dash, and I'm
Blaze,
committed to USC.
committed to USC, which
Yes, sir.
is a big accomplishment. We'll get to that. So I want to rewind and go talk a little bit about your off season going in. What class are you? Let everybody know what class you are.
I'm class of 2025.
2025.
Yeah.
Going into last year, going into your senior year, what kind of workout regimen was you doing? 7-on-7s, weights, meal prepping. Talk a little bit about that because I think it's important for like a lot of the under achieving athletes that are still developing to understand the seriousness they need to take.
Yeah, no. In the off season, it's really just track. I don't do no 7-on-7.
Okay,
And so, like, with that, you just gotta, especially like the meal prepping, you gotta eat a lot more because you're just running it out every day. And then as far as the weights, it's just a lot of like, just more like getting stronger, but not really getting bigger. You know what I
gotcha.
mean? Yeah,
And that's something I want you to discuss because a lot of people think two things I like what you said. A lot of people think you got to play 7-on-7, which is not mandatory because you
yeah,
already know what you could do pretty much, when you go do what you do. And then like you said, to lift weights, but to stay strong, but not get bigger. A lot of these younger cats, they all want to be buff, but
yeah.
buffness, what does that do to you? It stiffens you up. Talk to a little bit about why you don't want to get like, too buff or whatever.
Yeah, I just want to be able to move fast and just be fluid and like my muscles just be flexible. Really,
Yeah.
like
To
that's
have
really important.
we, we call it that wiggle. He got that
Yeah,
wiggle right here.
for
So
sure.
now let's talk about going into the season. I know it was a bad loss. To Marietta Valley, that game or whatever that taste in your mouth. But then you come back for your senior season. Talk a little bit about the mind frame that you got for your season, and maybe some goals you set before the season.
I mean, really, it was just dominate. Like, I wanted to touch down every game, just big explosive plays, multiple every game. Like, I just, I needed it pretty
Yeah.
much.
You're one of those players that I see that because some players are what's called possession receivers. Like they
Hmm.
catch the ball, they're happy they caught it, they lay down for 4 or 5 yards. You got
Yeah,
that, as we said, wiggle. It's like you trying to figure out if I can beat this dude, get to the outside. I'm trying to get to the house,
yeah,
and that's what coaches are looking for, and that's probably why USC, had you highly ranked on their list because every time you touch the ball, you're trying to actually get somewhere, and you can't say that for every high school player.
yeah. No, when I catch the ball, I'm not trying to go down. I'm trying to go to the house every time, no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. And we're gonna put some highlights in the beginning so people can check that out. So check that out. Now let's talk about the season, man. Let's talk about uh, who. Let's talk about some of the games that you were super hyped up for. Like that you couldn't wait to get in there.
I mean, really, Marietta Valley, of course,
Uh,
I was super hyped up. And then I was really hyped up for the last game, Damien,
okay.
because I was for like the league title, but we didn't even come out on top. But that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. So usually your biggest hyped up games is the ones that are the best competition. Who was who was some of the like who was some of the cats that gave you the most issues, but maybe still not stopped you, but gave you the most issues where you like, I got to be on my A game tonight.
Yeah, I would say over at Marietta Valley, the Johnson brothers, they're
Okay,
the corners. They're both solid. Uh, I would say over at Damien, Gavin.
okay,
Gavin is solid, and then that's really about it.
okay. What were some things that you noticed? Because I'm gonna assume you didn't know you was committing to SC at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay. So what were some things that went on during the season where you was like, oh, somebody coming to get me? Talk about some of those plays and some of like those gears shifted in your head. Like, oh, I'm not saying you didn't know before you was that guy, but like
yeah,
during the season, extra burger sauce on the burger, please kicked in.
yeah. I mean, it was really just when I was like catching, like 3 5 yard routes and just taking them 60, 70 down the
Yeah,
house. And it just that's when it really clicked in my mind, like, oh yeah, like it's not regular.
yeah, it's not. So you already knew that the track, because a lot of times when I see you with the football, it look like you're just running track.
Yeah,
Everybody don't
that's
got
what it
that.
is.
Yeah, everybody don't got that. It's like
Nah,
you start off quick feet, then that stride kick in, and once that stride kick in, it's a wrap pretty much if it's green grass in front of you.
yeah, 100%. It's a wrap.
100%. Okay. Um, Talk about the culture at Rancho. I know a lot of people go there, like stars like yourself, and players want to play there. Talk about the culture there because it seems like it's a family environment. It's a beautiful environment because I'm there and they pop in and all the kids just be happy. Talk to me about that environment and something that did you justice for your high school career.
It was definitely a family environment, especially like the teachers. They're all pretty cool, and the coaches, especially, like they're really family. Like they just checking in on you, texting you, like all that, and they really like just gave me the confidence to just go out there and play ball for real, like play my game.
Yes, sir. And I'm assuming that you knew they believed in you.
Yeah, 100%. I knew it.
And that's important for players to know that the coaches definitely believe in them. But I knew when I went there, they was like, hey, Trey, you ain't seen Lil Sermons yet? I was like, I said, I seen him doing Battle of the Beaches. They was like, wait till you see tonight. I was like, okay. And then honestly, you didn't disappoint. I was like, okay. When somebody tells somebody to watch out for somebody and then you still perform at a high level, that means that guy's that guy. So I'll give you that credit for it.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate it.
let's talk about, what I'm saying, the commitment to I'm pretty sure what was some I don't know if you want to talk about it. I'm not one of those people looking for flash, promos or whatever. Just what's some of the colleges, if you want to talk about that, you that were looking at you and why you committed to USC.
I mean, the ones that was looking at me was Washington, and then I was talking to USC a little bit at the beginning, and then it was just like Air Force, Army, San Diego State,
Yeah.
like all those type of schools. Yeah,
And then and I mean, being from Southern California, when you hear SC, it don't matter if it's Michigan, Ohio State, or whatever. Something about SC get your heart beating, right? So,
yeah, 100%.
what was that conversation like with you and the family? Did it take a couple weekends? Did it take like what did it take? Like or was it like something on the drop of a dime?
Drop of a dime, it was
Okay,
nothing.
as it should be. Go Trojans, fight on, man.
Yeah,
So
that's we a Trojan family, man, for real.
okay. I remember seeing pictures of you, what I'm saying, with the family, in Trojan jerseys. But sometimes that's just an LA thing, 'cause
Yeah, and no, my
so
pops went there too.
well, who's pops?
Rodney Sermons, he played running back there.
My bad, brother. Yes, I definitely know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. So
so
shout out to the sermon, shout out to the Trojans, Kerry Colbert, Darnell Bing, all my family up there. Terrell Thomas, play DB for
yeah,
Rancho.
yeah.
Yes, come on now.
Yep.
Okay. But anything you want to leave us with, some information you want us to know where to find you at, NIL. I don't know if you got a car dealership yet, or anything we need to be aware of right now.
I mean, nothing right now.
Okay.
Just get ready for these next 4 years, 3 4 years,
All right.
and
Well, we're gonna be tapped
like
in with you, man. Stay tuned because I want people to to stay on top of you and see what homegrown talent look like. I appreciate you, the one and only young Cam Sermons, Mr. 1046, Mr. Offensive Player of the Year, Mr. USC commit, right out of Rancho Cucamonga, man. Salute you. Stay healthy. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless you and your family, man, and keep up the good work.
sir, God bless you. I appreciate it.
Man, we appreciate you. Have a good night, man.
Thank you too.